Hello, you gorgeous, beautiful angel. Thank you for clicking the link that I most likely shamelessly plug on every possible social media outlet that I may or may not have access to. You belong to me now. As does the beautiful Lala Satalin Deviluke. And I hope you like that because it's the first and last time that I'm going to pronounce it that way. And whether you know her from Turabaru or Turabaru Darkness, there is no denying that she is an eye-catching, neck-breaking, face-crushing beauty of a character. And while she is by no means the same scale as the 1/4 that we previously reviewed, the amount of care and detail that Union Creative has put into this figure, every single inch of this figure is covered with love. My robot love. And close up! And at just about 6 inches all the way to the tip of her horn, you might find yourself saying, oh, she might not inconvenience me in terms of space. Well, yes and no. Now, I will start off by saying that this is definitely not a big deal by any means. However, using the power of my handy-dandy measuring tape, you can see that at her widest, she is almost 8 inches, which can take up a lot of horizontal space, especially when posing her next to you. Again, not the biggest of deals, but definitely something to take into consideration, especially when you are tight on space. And while I do ultimately prefer a big girl, this 1/6 scale has a lot more detail than many other 1/4s. So let's take a closer look. Starting with those beautiful horns, which begin with a metallic pink down to a really dark, almost black purple, which are finished in a gloss clear coat. And then there's her hair, which is done in a beautiful matte, gorgeous matte pink and white accents. That wasn't so hard.
That's what she said!
The skin as well is matte, which is personally always my favorite choice when it comes to skin, along with the subtle use of shading and gesture lines, as is done on this figure. It gives it a more animated or manga feel. That, along with the little white dots right above her cheeks, just helps portray the sweetness and gentle-heartedness of the character. Now, as for the dress, you might be thinking to yourself, oh, that's also gloss. Well, you'd be wrong! It's actually more of a semi-gloss, with some dark blue and purple undertones, which has led us to my favorite part, or at least one of my favorite parts of this figure, her tail. And in case you were wondering, it is hard plastic. It could not be done in soft plastic, because if it was, it would probably sag and droop over time. So be careful, as this can snap. And if you look closely at the tail, you can tell that it is a dark, almost blood red, going all the way up to a magenta. I know colors. And now for the absolute best part of this figure. She can rip someone to shreds with those things, and I hope I'm someone. Both hands are tipped blood red, sculpted beautifully to a sharp end point. And you really have to love the way that they were positioned, because although they are clearly dangerous, they are also placed in a way that really depict her kind-hearted nature. Which is why I prefer Nemesis. Now, I guarantee you, if you get this figure, or if you decide to get any of the others, you will find yourself always finding something to love about him, with all sorts of details that, for the safety of this channel, I cannot show you. But trust me when I tell you, look everywhere. Mandatory product shots, go!